All right, what's going on? YouTube exclusive. That means we're holding the phone horizontal instead of vertical because we ain't on Instagram with this thing. So we're looking at August 4th and 5th, 2020, New Comic Book Day. That's right. I'm Cody from Big Beaver Comics. My homeboy Anthony is not here. Well, he went with me to get some books, but then he went home because I needed to come home. It is hot in the summer and I work outside. So we're going to get right into this. Let's take a look at some books that we got. So this is obviously from today, from Wednesday the 5th. We got the second printing of Negan Lives here in this blue color. I'm really digging this. I got the silver, I got the red. I did not get the ruby or the gold, but still very nice book. Very impressed. I went to multiple stores yesterday and today. Obviously, this book came out today. I got my DC stuff yesterday on the Tuesday, which good thing. We'll talk about that. But I got this today, went to multiple stores. You keep seeing my feet down. Look at it. I'm wearing socks. Look at my socks. Yeah. Anyways, I went to multiple stores and I figured out that this book was not on the shelf very long because I grabbed a couple copies of it, but it wasn't like the original one, the red one that people weren't expecting. That one actually sat around in the city here. I'm from Edmonton, by the way. Shout out, City of Champions. That sat on the shelf for a while. This was already running low today as I was leaving the shop, or late this afternoon, let's say, my time, mountain time. So Negan Lives, we got that. Okay, I'm not reading Empire. I am not reading Empire. Empire's not doing it for me. I don't like 500 crossovers. Marvel, I'm not really feeling. I'm feeling some Donny Cates stuff right now, and I'm always buying ASM, but this Empire stuff isn't doing it for me. These people did not sell me an Empire book. What they sold me was a really good Reed Richards cover, because let's be honest with ourselves, the Fantastic Four, when their properties went to Fox, and then they shit the bed ultimately. They're terrible movies. Even though, to be honest with you, I actually think the first movie's cast fairly well. It's still a really bad movie. It's cheesy. It doesn't stand up to the MCU stuff. So we don't get a lot of Fantastic Four good stuff. We're getting more now, obviously, but this cover here, that's a phenomenal mix of modern and classic. Like, that's just, it's excellent. I saw that. I'm not doing Empire. I'm doing Reed Richards all day. And if they ever can find a way, and I know they're going to do a movie and all that stuff in the MCU now with Fantastic Four, if they can ever find a way to bring some legitimacy back to that four right there, I don't think people realize, the non-historians in this game realize just what the Fantastic Four meant to the comic book game. It wasn't all Spider-Man back in the day, you know. These guys, these were the guys. Anyways, moving right along, Giant Size X-Men, they haven't been great to read. I know that, but this Phantom X cover with AIM, look at that. Come on, we'll just dig fat covers sometimes. Like, it's not always going to be about how great does this read, how memorable is the story, or how much am I going to make money on it if I flip it to somebody. It's sometimes just about the fact that, man, some artist really took some pride in what they were doing, and I just like it. So I spent some cash. Free comic book day. That's going on all summer from what I'm hearing, just because of the way things have been with COVID. So instead of a day, we're getting it all summer. Some books came out. The Tick. Right? I figured, what the heck? News Story, The Tick. I'm a 90s kid. That's good stuff. Figured I'd get on that. And another book that's really difficult to get your hands on. I mean, I know you can have a digital copy, but here you go. New comic book day of #1 Invincible, which in reality, the actual #1 Invincible is a difficult book to track down. Fairly low print run. I saw one graded, really high graded here in the city of Edmonton, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago at We've Got Issues, I believe is the store. Shout out to them. They got a lot of nice graded books, but I was impressed in Invincible #1. But I got my free comic book day version one of that. That's okay. That's okay. We're looking at Batman the Adventure Continues #3 and the regular cover. I really like the variant cover. Again, 90s kid. This series made a big impact on everybody that I know. And the whole reason why people are still comic book or toy fans to this day is because of the stuff that we saw in the 90s. X-Men cartoon, what Jim Lee did with the X-Men, McFarlane with Spider-Man, the emergence of Venom, the death of Superman, and Batman. The adventure continued. I mean, honestly, the Batman Adventures cartoon was serious business. And if you go back even today, Batman Adventures holds up amazingly. These were both really, really nice books. I got one, I got two, and I was, right? You see this on the internet already? What these things are going for? They're sold out. So this is what I was going to say about when we were talking earlier, Negan Lives. This book was gone today. I went and got it yesterday. I saw 2 copies. I bought both copies, as you can see here. There were no copies at the other store. But my other store is very adamant about not playing the DC Marvel politics and not getting into this Tuesday and Wednesday new comic book day thing. Personally, I think that's a mistake, but it's not my business, so fair enough to them. That's what they want to do. They go ahead and do that. I got 2 of these yesterday at my secondary store. Today I went, no books at either store. $30 it's selling on eBay. That's sold listings. There's no way. I had an opportunity to get the 1 in 25 incentive cover with the Robin King. $200 Canadian is what we were talking about. I thought it was too much of a speculation. He had 150 on it already from someone else. I didn't want to get into a bidding war with somebody over a very, very modern book that I think is a little overpriced at this point, but not upset about pulling both of these at regular store price. Batman 96 variant cover with Catwoman. And the incentive with the first appearance of the Clown Hunter, not only in the book, and shout out, if you haven't read this and haven't seen the panels that he's in where he makes his first appearance, the things he says while he only has a few paragraphs of dialogue, it's making an impact. I'm telling you that this character might have a little bit of longevity, and he's willing to cross some lines some other DC heroes aren't. I'm not necessarily sure Clown Hunter is going to be a hero going forward. That's what we were looking at. Those were the books. I'm Cody, Big Beaver Comics in Edmonton. You guys have yourselves an outstanding week. I hope New Comic Book Day worked out as fabulously for you guys as it did for me. I know I didn't get everything, but like I say, you can't have everything. You gotta like what you get. Be happy with that. Clown Hunter, first appearance. I'm out.